The Fletcher Street Urban Riding Club is one of the last places keeping alive an old Philadelphia tradition, the black cowboy. Ellis Farrell, known around these parts as L-Dog, has been riding horses through the streets of Philadelphia since the 40s. In 2004, he founded a riding club to pass on his love of all things equestrian to the kids of North Philly.
I'm the guru of teaching these kids how to ride around here. I'm 82 years old. 82 years younger. But just turn around, I'm 28. When I first rode a horse, I had to be 9. My grandmother wouldn't buy no horse for me. She wasn't buying nothing she couldn't eat. And that's what I said. Whenever I got old enough, I was gonna buy me a horse. I had ended up buying 23 of them. And I'm still buying them. All the guys, young men around here, they grew up under me.
L-Dog is the teacher, so I just sit down with him and I just soak up all the knowledge.
He basically taught everyone here how to ride.
My dad and a couple other guys, they actually built the first stall here. My dad did it with his own hands. He called it the block. You walk down the block, you shake everybody's hand. What's up? Yo, everybody know everybody. That's where I grew up.
The tradition of Philadelphia's black horsemen goes back to the early 1900s, when black folks migrating from the South found work that required owning and skillfully handling horses.
The black cowboys kind of looked over the community.
Issa grew up around the stables. His dad put him on his first horse when he was 3.
That was always me in front of the stables, grooming my horse. So I always say that's me right there. Now, it's like compiled to Fletcher Street. This is the last actual area where urban stables have come together.
Even as late as the 90s, black horsemen say there were dozens of stables in the city, but horsemen rarely owned land, so they built the stables on vacant lots.
You'll see us come right down this block. Everybody move, get out of the way. The horse is coming. All of this right here was a horse stable. From here, all the way to the corner. And over here will be big horse corrals. It won't stop until there's nothing left to gentrify.
With the city taking back lots, the stables one by one have disappeared. And horsemen like Jamil have been forced to relocate to Fletcher Street, the last standing historic black-owned stable.
I had this lead line for about 10 years. Yeah, I used to be down 31st Street. Stables all around there. It was a whole bunch. It was about 6, 7 stables, and one big one that had about 50, 60 horses. When they moved us from 31st Street, they said they was going to put a path mark where our stables was at. It's condos there.
Last December, the city reclaimed a lot where Fletcher Street exercised and fed their horses. It's also where many of the kids learned to ride. Now, construction has begun on a condo building for seniors.
We didn't know. We came in one day, we saw gates. We didn't know.
This is at one of our cookouts.
I love that shot right there.
Yeah. You know who that is, right? No, it's Dusty.
If it's historical and it's so precious, how can you let them do what they're doing to us? You could have did anything or went anywhere. Why you choose Fletcher Street?
Baby brother is part of the construction team that laid the foundations for the condo building. But even he has a personal connection to the stables.
When I was 4, 5, 6 years old, I used to ride horses in there. And this lot right here. And now here's 2021, now I'm building a complex in it. I mean, it hurts, but it's history. It's gonna be a sad moment. There's gonna be a lot of people hurt. Kids are shooting each other up. But these kids who go to this horse stable, they know how to interact with each other. And they're trying to take it away from them. That's the sad part.
The loss of black riding clubs in Philly is part of a larger process that has erased black cowboys from much of U.S. history. Black horsemen helped build countless American cities and helped expand the country westward. Some historians think as many as 1 in 4 cowboys were black.
People, all they ever saw was cowboys on TV. They were white. You ever watch The Lone Ranger? That was a black guy, but they took the white guy and made him the hero.
Courtney Burns studies the history of urban riding clubs in Philadelphia. She hopes the stables can be designated as a historic preservation site.
If you look behind me, you see this open field is now housing, right? And the reason why they put it there instead of the other 39,000 vacant lots in the city is no accident.
Burns says the threat facing Fletcher Street comes directly from decades of redlining, city and federal policies that denied mortgage insurance in black neighborhoods, making owning property nearly impossible.
This was the 1937 Homeowners Loan Association map of Philadelphia. If you look at the area description of this part of Philadelphia, which was labeled red, which was hazardous, the language is undeniably racist, right? The folks that were relegated to stay inside of the city had to stay here, but they weren't offered banking loans to buy mortgages. They weren't allowed the same real estate.
Having already lost a lot to exercise their horses, the riding club has started to worry about the stables themselves. Many of them are on land that the club doesn't own, which almost certainly means relocation.
Yeah, bro.
The guys who work here and have these horses, someone in their family before them had horses here or somewhere else in the city. Those are the timelines that are orally passed down. They're not on these maps. They're not in the history books. They're embodied histories.
Did you hear that? Sirens. That's a part of the hood. Kids around here, they come from West Philly, Northeast, and the projects over there.
A threat to Fletcher Street is a threat to what L-Dog says is the most important thing they do: introduce kids to the life-changing world of horses.
When I'm riding a pony, it feels like I'm really high up. Stop. Whoa. It's actually really fun.
I like when the wind is just like flowing through my hair.
When I take a horse out, it's like everything get off my mind. All I do is think about the horse.
Horses, you're gonna have to show them some love. To me, that makes you a better person.
We don't want to leave here. If it goes, that's gonna be one of the worst days in history. I'll say in history because it is history.
The members of the club are petitioning the city for a new permanent space. So far, they've been unsuccessful. But for L-Dog, Philadelphia's tradition of the black cowboy is far from over.
As long as I'm around and surviving, I want to keep them like I did all these other kids, help them grow up. You know, keep them into horseback riding.
Go in and give him some attention, so in case he keep doing like that, you just stay back and just pull it.
You know, sometimes I sit down and got that tears to me. I said, damn, I told him, now he's teaching them.
Go tighter. Boom, you good. Now get up. Let's get all the way up on the horse. Boom.
I just love it. This is going, wherever I go, this is going with me. So I can sit and watch the horses run. It might just keep going. When I'm gone,